Alright, since we're here, we're going to go ahead and talk about some home energy saving tips that we can do to help you year-round make the most effective use of your energy bill. Alright? Here we are in the kitchen by the window, and they've got some nice new windows. A lot of times though, when you test them, they're not sealed shut. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you get those sealed shut. That'll help keep the air outside. And then if you have older windows, you'll oftentimes have storm windows. Make sure the storm's down and sealed, and that's going to help save energy as well. Alright, so here we are in the furnace room, pretty standard furnace. One thing you've got here is you've got a 1-inch filter slot right there. With this filter, pretty easy to get it in and out. You're going to want to change this once a month. And what that's going to do is it's going to get all the particulates that are in the air that get caught in that filter. It's, the best filter is eventually going to become a wall if it fills up with too much dust. So you want to change that thing once a month. And then with the furnace itself, some things that you can do to help save energy. They've got a UV light in this system, so you can kind of see some areas where you've got a little bit of blue light going through. Putting a bead of caulk around that, making sure everything is airtight in this room is going to make sure that the hot air and cold air go to the areas you want it and not into the furnace room. Alright, so what we have here is very common in the Kansas City Metro. You've got the thermostat that's located right here in the hallway, which is a good location for it, but you've got this attic fan that's right up there. And with that attic fan, you've just got those little metal louvers. Those let a lot of hot air in the summertime and cold air in the wintertime. So what's going to happen is if it's cold, you're going to have all this cold air pouring through the attic and coming down here and hitting this thermostat. One thing that we like to do is we like to put an insulated box over the attic fan that's got a hinge, and it'll open up when the fan's running, and then it'll shut. It'll keep this air insulated so that you're not getting a whole bunch of cold air telling this thermostat it's colder in the house than what it really is and causing your furnace to run all the time. Okay, so here we are at the Nest thermostat itself. This is the biggest energy saver for your home as far as all the things that you can do. It actually has a little sensor right down here that lets you know, it reads people as you walk by. So if I walk by this thing, it knows that I'm home. It also uses the power of my smartphone, and if I'm home, it's going to communicate with the thermostat and say, hey, I'm home, and it's going to set the thermostat to the temperature that I like it to be. This thing is a learning thermostat, so what happens is over the first week to 2 weeks that you're in the home, you have to set it back a little bit, kind of tell it where you want to go, which is really easy. You basically just click it to wake it up, and then you go into your mode and you select heat, for instance, and right now it's set to 58. If I were to up that to say 62, it's then going to say okay until 4:15, and it's going to come on, and it learns based upon the outdoor temperature and what temperature you want it inside, how long it's going to take to get it to there. When you are away, it does have this little green arrow. That means you're saving money, and what that's going to do is it's going to calculate all that stuff for you, and it sends you a report at the end of the month in email to let you know how much money you saved versus the average consumer. It's a really intuitive thermostat. It looks nice. Our customers seem to love it, and you will too.
Hamilton Plumbing, Heating and AC. Call 888-4BLB. Remember 913.